Why did I move to Los Angeles from New York? Believe me, I've been asking the same question to myself for a while now. New York City is the best city in the world. It's full of fun, it's full of life, and that city never sleeps. Although I lived there for like 3 months, but it feels like home. And now you would ask, if I love that city a lot, why did I move? That's a good question. Let me take you 6 months back. My first week in that city and my first day in the school. And I was so excited because I was the only guy from my country at that time. And I made friends on very first day. I made friends on very first day. I expected that things would go a little slowly and gradually, but it didn't. It didn't. On the very first day, we were told that you have to submit the project on this weekend. I said, what kind of project? They said, make a short film. I said, okay, sounds good. They said, with professional script, professional actors, and professional locations. Like, how am I supposed to do any of these? I literally moved a couple of days back from a whole different world. Look, it might sound very cool, finding a location, writing a script, finding actors, but it's not that cool. It's not that cool when you are from completely different background, when you are from a completely different country, and when you are having trouble finding a location for yourself. How are you supposed to find a location for your short film? So somehow I wrote the script. I found the actors. Remember I told you I made friends on very first day? So I got them on board as actors. And I found the location too. I don't know how, but I did. So finally, it's my day. I have to shoot my film. So I'm about to reach the location and I never saw the location before writing the script, or I never wrote the script according to the location. So when I reached there, I realized, man, I messed it up. I badly messed it up. And when you're on the set, you're not the only one there. There are like many people. There are like DP, there's AC, second AC, there are actors, and they all are waiting for your directions because you're the director. And when they got to know that I messed it up, they all exploded. They said, you should have plan B, you should have plan C, why wouldn't you check this before, we are running out of time, this and all. I was like, shut up please, I need some break, shut up. Then I decided, man, I'm going back home, I can't take it anymore. And then out of 7-8 people, this single guy, he came forward for me, he gave me a hug, he said, hey, it's alright, okay, it's not your fault, you got this. I said, I messed it up. He said, no, don't listen to them, don't listen to them. He took me outside, he said, take a deep breath, relax, we will figure it out. Then we wrote a great script right away, and we nailed it. And if you go to my Instagram right now, you will see that post where I've written, it wasn't that easy, thanks to these guys. And you remember that line when I said, I made friends on the very first day. He was one of them. And now we are best friends. And a couple of days ago, something similar happened to me. I was in my college and I was not feeling so well. And I saw one of my very good friend. She was going somewhere and I said, hey, how are you? She came to me, she said, how are you? I said, I'm good. I said, what are you up to? She said, I'm running late, I have to be at work in 10 minutes. I said, okay. And she said, what are you up to? I said, I'm just waiting for my next class. She said, we have a class together, right? I said, yes. She said, it's after 3 hours. I said, I know. She said, what will you do until then? I said, nothing, I'll just sit around and get some food for myself, and I'm not feeling so well. She said, okay, enjoy. So she left and she came back. She said, come on, let's get some food. I said, you're supposed to be at work. She said, I'll manage that. And I felt so good. I felt so good. It might not be a big deal for many people, but
when you're out there like miles away from your home, there are times when you feel a little low, a little alone, and then if someone is taking a stand for you, or someone is staying for you, and someone is trying to make you feel like home, I think that's the sweetest thing you can ever ask. Now let's get back to the part where I did my film, and after going through a lot, I did pretty well, and finally I'm relaxed. I looked at the sky, I said, thank God. And I'm looking down, and my phone rang. I got a text message from my landlord, and he said, hey kid, you gotta move out to a different place. I said, what? He said, you have to move out to a different place. I said, when? He said, tonight. I said, for real? He said, for real. I said, I'm coming up to pick my stuff, and I was 1.5 hours away from my location to my home. So I went there, I picked up my stuff, and as it was weekend, so I'm trying to find a hotel so I could stay there for like a couple of days, and as it was too late, and so I couldn't find one hotel, and I stayed on the streets for like whole night, and in the morning then I found a hotel, and I stayed for like a couple of days, and I kept missing my classes, which I was not supposed to. I kept missing my classes, and I was getting email from my college that you're not supposed to miss classes. I said, I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm missed out. Somehow I managed to find a couple of places in New York City, but still they were too away from my college, and my college schedule was so tough. It was like 5 to 6 days a week, and if you miss few classes, you fail. And I didn't want to fail. I said, I'm gonna withdraw from this college, and then I applied to a couple of colleges in New York, and I applied to one college in LA as in backup. And the colleges I applied in New York, I'm still waiting for their email. And the college I applied here, I got an email. Then they said, welcome to our college, and it happened so quickly. I didn't expect it that but it is what it is. And now luckily I found a place too in LA. And you know what's the funniest part here is the public transportation. I'm sorry to say, but it's shit. Look, I used to travel a lot in New York City, and it was so comfortable. It was so cheap. And here I'm traveling in buses, and I'm traveling like 5 to 6 hours a day, almost every day. And it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Like when I go to bed, sometimes I don't feel my neck. I don't feel my back. My body feels like an 80-year-old man. Everything was so accessible there. Like you can go anywhere you want. You can walk anywhere that Times Squares,